I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, AfterBuzzers, welcome to episode 5. Maja, I'm doing my beautiful cast, and please try to bear with me. I'm hearing that my audio is not coming in the most clear, but Zoom is not always our friend. On this episode, we are talking about Maja's potential touring deal. We get to see her relationship with her mom, and we're also getting new information about the state of the club. We're always talking about this open investigation, and they're always giving us new information. So I can't wait to jump in with you guys. We also have a special segment and some news later on in the episode, so please stick around for that. But of course, I could not do this alone without my beautiful panelists joining me. We have Damien Chazelle's #1 fan, Allie James, joining us. Hello, Allie.
Hello. Hey, guys.
And then we also have our music lover, Sanaa, joining us as well. Sanaa, how are you today?
Hi, I'm doing good. It's Mother's Day. It's sunny outside. Yes. It's, every reason to smile.
Yes, for sure. It's a beautiful Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching, to all the mothers of the people watching. Definitely send out our love. Before we get into everything, please give me your overall thoughts of this episode. Allie, what did you think?
I was excited at first because I've been waiting to kind of get into the Maja episode. Overall, I was a little disappointed only because I thought there was going to be a lot more to kind of explore with Maja. I thought they were going to touch on Elliot and Maja's relationship, which they did a little bit, and we saw that at the ending, and there were moments. But overall, I would have liked just more info on their past, which we didn't really get. But it was what it was, and it was still pretty good. The music was great. Yeah.
I agree. So now, what did you feel about this episode?
I thought, it was a little different. I mean, we got to see another side of Maja. And this time I am a Julie advocate because she did stand up for her daddy a little bit. She's like, so you're just going to step around on my dad? So I can't wait to get into that part.
Yes. Like you said, Allie, we definitely got to see a little bit of their dynamic. And I know from episode 1, we've all been waiting to see what the history and the backstory between those two are. So yes, let's definitely jump into that. But first, when we're introduced into this episode, we see that Maja is offered a deal to tour around Europe as a background singer, not as the lead, as we usually know her as. Allie, what did you think her hesitation was when she was first offered this deal?
I think right away we could tell that she just wasn't connecting to the music. When she's performing at the Eddy, she's with people on stage who she has these deep relationships with. The band has a special bond. And at the end of the day, the music is just, that's her type of music that she likes to listen to. And the guy was trying to get her, he's like, sound more Marilyn. And he was, being a little creepy, even though he kept saying he wasn't a creep. I was like, you're a creep. So I don't want to get into the ending, but I was so glad that she didn't end up going, just because I feel like deep down she didn't want to go. I think she was just kind of, liked the offer. But yeah, at the end of the day, she didn't like the music. So
yeah, we see her kind of go back and forth with whether she's going to take the job or not throughout this episode. So now, do you think that any of her hesitation had to do with Elliot? Because Julie kind of says, every time you sing in the club, you're always singing towards my dad. So what did you think about that?
Yeah, I was just, the whole time I really wanted to tell Maja, what do you want to do, girl? What do you want to do? You love this man, or at least like him a whole bunch. On the verge of loving, but you care for this man, and I also was like, you want to stay, deep down inside, but Elliot kind of, I guess, rocked her the wrong way, and so she's like really upset with him. But I didn't want her to go. I know every opportunity is an opportunity, but girl, you would be singing backup, and that's not even what you wanted to do. Like, why sacrifice, your time of your home, and you have a boo thing for a job you don't even really like? I mean,
yeah, I feel like I'm the only person that low key wanted her to take it, just because I don't know. I feel like from episode 1, things at the club have been so rocky. I mean, business has been better now in these later couple of episodes, but even in the club, she never really seemed happy there either. So I was like, oh, like maybe this will be a fresh start. You know, a lot of people did start as back row singers. Like it's not impossible to start as a background singer and then, work your way to the front or whatever. So I was like, maybe this will kind of like be what she needs. She doesn't really seem happy here. She has a lot of just like, I don't want to say baggage, but she's attached to a lot of things here that didn't really seem like they were making her happy. But then towards the end, I was like, okay, I was listening out, like, girl, what do you want to do? Like, are you happy here? Are you happy there? Like, which one is going to make you happy? And ultimately, that's really what I wanted her to do, was just do whatever made her feel good at the end of the day. And I guess she made the right decision, but the verdict is still out about that one. But
Agreed.
so
Yeah.
as she's making her decision, she's packing, she's unpacking, she's talking to Julie, she's smoking with Julie. We also get to see her mom just kind of show up abruptly without any type of warning or anything. And we pretty much see that Maja didn't really give her a warm welcome. What did you guys think about her relationship with her mom once you saw that in episode, Sanaa?
Her relationship with her mom is still just very interesting. And I think she was kind of able, once Maja, shared with her experience of her mom, I think Julie started to kind of, appreciate her parents a little bit better, even though her mom isn't, the best mom ever. She still got the chance to see like, wow, Maja just told you her mom was like doing drugs and she went and slept with her boyfriend.
Yeah, that
with
was crazy.
Her boyfriend.
That was crazy.
That was wild. And I think that's when Julie kind of was like, she was like, that's messed up. Because in the beginning, Maja told her like, hey, your mom isn't that bad. And so I think because mine, had sex with my boyfriend. And I think that's the time when Julie kind of got to appreciate her parents and a little bit more than what she did. Like they're not perfect, but they're still, she still cares for you because she's paying for this school that you don't want to go to as well.
Hello.
Don't get Allie started with school.
Don't get me started.
I think that was a good point. I think that this is kind of like a wake-up call for Julie, because she can see like no parent is perfect. I mean, everybody's mom isn't sleeping with their child's boyfriend, but every parent has their own stuff that they're going through. And I think like Julie was able to see like, yeah, you think Maya's mom is just this cool woman to hang out with, but really she has her own baggage too. So I think, like you said, Sanaa, I think she was able to see that no matter what situation you're in, no parent is going to be perfect. So you might as well work with the ones that you have. You know what I mean? But knowing the backstory and knowing that she just showed up unannounced, Allie, how did you feel about her decision to let her stay? Would you have let her stay in your house even though all of this has happened in the past?
Oh man. I kind of, how Maja saw it or how Maja reacted, she was very much like, no, you can't stay here, like trying to kick her out. And then the mom hit her with the, I paid last month's rent. Like, it's kind of, how can you go and kick someone out when they're the ones that are paying for it? So I think you kind of have to let her stay, but it would be difficult for sure. But yeah.
So now, would you have let her stay?
Julie has been running her mouth like crazy, and I would let her stay with some terms and some conditions as well too. But like Allie said, she already didn't give the money. So what is there really else to do? It's either she loses out on the money or she stays. So I think, Julie's gonna have to learn on her own on some things, but I think she should have stayed. Her work isn't done in the city yet.
Yeah. Now we're talking about this crowded apartment. Now there's another person that I want to get your opinion on who should be staying, because we also see that Julie hasn't been going to school or has been, missing third and fourth period, coming back at 5th, leaving at 6, coming back at 8, and I don't know what's going on. Do you think that Maja should let her stay even though she's not necessarily doing what she should be doing either? Allie, do you think she should still be on the couch?
I do. I think at the end of the day, she's still a 16-year-old girl who's going through a lot. So I think it'd be a little upsetting if she just kicked her out and kind of was like, figure it out on your own. But also, if that's how she's going to act and she doesn't want any parental authority or anything like that, then maybe it would be better to just kind of throw her out and be like, okay, go get a job, go get a plate. You know what I mean? Like if she wants to be treated like an adult, then that's a tough one. But I really like Maja and Julie's relationship. It seems almost kind of sisterly to me. Like she's not, like they were smoking weed together. It didn't feel like a mother-daughter relationship, but rather a sister relationship. Like they have a little friendship forming and they were talking about pizza and I don't know. I kind of like them. I like them staying together. So I think she should stay.
So now, do you think she should be back with her father or still with Maja?
And see, that's the part I was gonna get at. It's like, what's so bad about her daddy's house again? I don't really I don't really understand what's so bad with her dad's house. I think she should stay. She doesn't need to go back to New York because she needs to finish this out. I mean, she was only there for 2 hours. She needs to really she really needs to take on her full term of school, at least finish a year to determine if she likes it or not. And I don't think that's that part. And then I don't get what's wrong with her dad's house. So I would say if I was her mom, and I would tell her, you need to at least live with your dad because I don't know this woman. And then, you know, she doesn't know her. And then on top of it, Maja should kind of advocate for her to live with her dad at first. And just say, you know, I think you should be living with your dad. Like, honestly and truly, this is not a stable environment for you. And so, like, trying to get her there. But if it's just automatic where she's just not doing it, then, you know, still have the place for her.
Yeah, and I think that's where.
Yeah, definitely.
I was kind of frustrated because, of course, I think all three of us have wanted the best for Julie, whatever that is. And I think when she stays at her dad, I guess he's like a little bit more strict. You know, there's certain things I'm pretty sure he doesn't want her smoking weed in the house. They're not really going to talk about a lot of things. You know, he doesn't want her cursing. Okay. Then she goes to Maja's house where it's a little bit more lenient. You know, they're, like Ali said, they're building kind of this sisterly relationship. They're openly talking about things that have happened to them. And she's still not doing what she's supposed to do. So it's kind of like, Julie, what environment do you even want? Because I can get when you feel like an environment is not conducive to you. But it kind of seems like she's been placed in both ends of the spectrum and she still isn't satisfied or is still not motivated to do what she's supposed to do. What do you guys think is going to be the light bulb to go off for Julie to make her actually take school seriously? Ali, I know you're the school advocate, so I'd love to hear your thoughts.
That's a really hard question because as much as I like the character of Julie and I think she kind of keeps the show going for me, I care about her, but my goodness, I have no idea. She does not know what she wants. She definitely doesn't know what she needs at school. And I think her just staying somewhere at this point, I feel like if she keeps switching from Maja's house to her dad's house, like she just needs stability. If she's happy at Maja's and Elliot is okay with that situation, I think she should stay at Maja's. I think she needs to go to school, make some friends. She just needs to be around like positivity and happy people, I think. And then hopefully just she'll kind of realize that she needs to be nicer and, you know, have a normal life or a 16-year-old. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. Now, just to pick you guys' brains a little bit, now we've seen her not go to school, but she's also hung out with Sim a couple of times and seen that, like, he's, from my understanding, he's not in school. He's just kind of making money to support his family. Do you guys think that maybe her getting a job and taking a break from school would be the best for her? I mean, I think we all know that we prefer her to go to school. I think we said that in the previous episodes, but what do you guys think? Like, is maybe that lifestyle that she's seen and been introduced to a better fit for her? So now, what are your thoughts about that?
I think she needs to take her butt to school because you can work for the rest of your life. Like, sweetheart, working is going to be there. It's nothing new. It's like, it's going to be there the entire time. Well, unless you're in a pandemic like this.
Yeah,
Not.
unless you're
Like, when your mom is like, outside will be there forever. Like, you need to do this and third. And then now it's not
Until
outside.
it's not.
Until
Wow.
it's not. So until the pandemic happens, go to school, because what she's not understanding is it's gonna take her longer once she figures out her way in life, that dang, a lot of stuff you can't do if you haven't even went to high school. And even if she doesn't want, this is so hard. Julie just needs to take her butt to school. I mean, what is this, her senior year? And I think she just needs to be in an environment. I think they need to do a school change or something. Like, she needs an environment that she enjoys. Because I don't think she's in an environment that she loves, that she enjoys, that she, wants to go to. I think she needs a more creative space.
Yeah, I agree. Because in her conversation with Maja, she kind of like hints that she doesn't think that she's good at anything. And it's like, girl, how are you going to find out what you're good at if you don't go to class? Yeah. You could be really good at math, but if you don't ever go to math class, you would never know. If you are a secret genius, like, you would just never know. So I kind of want her to, I feel like she wants to figure out what she wants to do, but she doesn't want to do the work that's connected with that. And that's frustrating, because it's like, Julie, you could be, I'm sure, like, there's something that your heart really connects to and that you're good at, but you never apply yourself. So you're never going to know. I mean, we don't even know if she could really, like, blow the clarinet. We've only heard her play like one time. So I don't know. But stepping outside of Julie, we have a lot to discuss with this club. Now, we are still trying to figure out exactly what happened with Farid, and I guess the police are trying their best to figure it out as well. We've placed cameras in the club. They're questioning Elliot every step of the way. And we also get some new information. So first, we see that the drummer actually knows who the guy that's following Elliot around. How did you guys feel about that when it was revealed that she actually knew him? So now, what were your feelings?
Why didn't you say something? This whole time you knew. This whole time you knew a name. You knew what the man looked like. And you see, my daughter is out of control. My baby mother doesn't even, she's out of control. And she's letting her, advocating for her. It's just a lot going on Mr. Elliot. And the fact that, she knew, you knew the whole time, that would frustrate me so much to know that some of my headache could have been gone, but you wanted to play with my life and play with me.
Honestly, Allie, tell me your initial reaction when you saw that.
I was kind of in the same boat. I was like, are you serious? And that's like, there's like, I was really, you just kind of really, what, come on. I think, and then she tried blaming Elliot, she tried like, it was your fault. You weren't ever at the club. Like, you weren't aware. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Elliot has so much going on. Like, please just don't even do that right now. I was happy to see Elliot like stand up for himself and the club and the band and kind of make that executive decision and fire her. But I feel like there were still a lot of questions he could have asked. Like, this woman, Kat, she knows she has information. She knows things. And I don't know. I wanted him to ask more, like get to the bottom of it a little bit, see what all she knows, because she might know more than we think. So
exactly.
Yeah, that scene was, at first I was just shocked, and then I was kind of like disappointed that it went so quickly and without the information.
I agree, because it's like, yes, I think we were all frustrated, but this is literally the only person that probably has any knowledge of what's going on. It seems like we've, really dived into everyone else's past except hers, and I think she might have an episode coming up. And instead of, like you said, Allie, really trying to get to the bottom and pull every bit of information out of her, he just fired her. And I feel like we could have gotten the information first and then fired her. Like, we could have done both.
Exactly.
But it was very frustrating, because I feel like even as us as the viewers, we don't know what's going on. Like, we don't really have a third eye in this. We really only know pretty much what Elliot knows at this time. And to see her blow up on Elliot as if Farid's death is his fault, or in some way he could have prevented this when he's trying so hard to figure it out, which is kind of like, girl, what do you want him to do? Now, you're the one that introduced him to the guy, but now you're blaming me for his death when the people you introduced him to were the ones that killed him. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused.
Yeah.
And so it was very frustrating. Like, I know that Elliot has his faults, and I think everyone has already seen his faults. But girl, come on, you was just crying at this guy's funeral, and you're not even going to help try to figure out who killed him. Like,
it felt very like slimy. I don't know. And then how do you just hold that in? Like, I would feel like such guilt for knowing I could help maybe find this guy's killer, and she just kept it in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there is definitely more going on there. So hopefully we'll find out what's going on.
I'm trying to figure out the logic from this. Maybe she just felt that if she told, her life would be in danger, maybe. Like if she said something, then it's kind of like, dang, I'm not trying to die. So
that's true. That's true.
That's the only logic. So we would have to see in I was about to say season 6. I mean, episode 6 is what. If we have to wait till season 6 to see that, wow. But I think in the next episode, we'll dive more into that, because that's the only reason. Anything else doesn't really too much make sense unless, like, because Farid did mess around with the gangsters, and he was with people who were, for the most part, not playing. They will kill you. So I think that's mainly what it was.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to say my thoughts for predictions, because I kind of now have an idea of what's been going on. But in addition to this clip, there's just so many moving parts. The Elliot also hired a new bartender. Now, at first, it kind of seemed like not a big deal. Like, I hired the guy, we got busy, But then later, we see him pouring gasoline in Elliot's office, and I definitely thought he was going to burn the place down, y'all. I just knew.
Yeah, I thought so
done.
too.
Like, I thought it was over. But what do you guys think the motive behind that is? Because honestly, I didn't even pay attention to the new bartender until the police officer brought it up, and then we saw him being weird at the end. Allie, what was your connection between the two?
I think I might have honestly missed one of those, because I'll have to go back because I think I missed something. But when I didn't realize him until the cop also showed the picture. So something's definitely going on with him. I do think he, the fact that he went in kind of looking for the job, was a little out of place. And considering the timing with everything going on, it just felt very like, I wish Elliot did more of a background on him. Like, you can't just be letting whoever work here right now. You have gang members literally after you. So I definitely do think he's a part of the gangster tribe, the Siberians, maybe.
What did you think, Sanaa?
My view's changing. What if, I was thinking, it just came to me that what if he was a plant? What if this whole time, like, he was a plant to kind of get even more inside dirt to see what was really going on? That's why he was inquiring about working there. That's why, he was around, so then he can, like, get information.
Yes, but then what about him pouring gasoline in the office? Like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch gears. Maybe he's working with. Oh, okay, cool.
You got it.
He's working with the killers. Like, he's one of the killers' people. So he wants to be up on the investigation of, like, what's been going on, how does business run, just like knowing more about Elliot and things like that. So then he can kind of help, push the investigation in a way in the favor of his people. So him putting the gasoline, and Elliot's probably could have been like, destroying certain evidence that would incriminate his friends, his gangster friends.
Exactly. And I think, Sanaa, we love watching Power, and if it's anything that we know, if you don't want somebody to find something, you burn it.
Right.
So I think that is I think that's a good theory. Allie, you wanted to say something?
No, I feel like that's pretty accurate. I do think he's definitely a part of the gang, gangster group. So I could see that for sure. I don't know what to call them. I could see that for sure. He's trying to destroy, or like sway it in favor of his group. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yes. And before we switch gears to something else, we also need to figure out where this money is. Like, we still have no idea where this counterfeit money is. We searched the club, we searched Farid's house, and it's nowhere to be found. Do you guys think that there's any place that it possibly could be? So now, where do you think the money is?
The ground at this point. I think it might be buried somewhere, like somewhere very obvious, somewhere where if Elliot needed to find it, he could. But he's just not, he's thinking too deep. Like, I think like everyone's thinking so deep, and it's really at the most basic place ever, under their nose. Because those are the best places to hide things, because everyone's going to think so deeply into, oh, he would do something like this or this, and that's complicated, but it's actually very simple.
Allie, where do you think the money is?
That's an interesting point. Yeah, maybe it's in like the kid's bedroom or something, like something simple. Or maybe there isn't money. I was thinking about that too, because that's a lot of money. And I don't think Farid really, I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if at the end of it, there actually is no money. And then Elliot has to kind of come up with it somehow.
Yeah. I kind of have a feeling that, like, if there was dirty money or not real money to begin with in the business and the police are investigating, I think they already, like, they would have found that information. Like, I don't think finding this money and getting it back to the killer or part of the killer gang is going to really help anything. Because if you guys were already giving them counterfeit money, it's already been circulated in the club, like, they already know it's there. So I don't even know if the money is really worth finding at this point, but maybe we'll see. Last point before we move on. Do you guys, this is circling back to Maja since this is her episode, when you finally see that she did not get on the plane and go on the tour, do you think that she made the right decision? Allie, what do you think?
I definitely think yes. I mean, you never really know, but I do think in that moment, she finally kind of listened to her heart and was like, what do I do right now? And something was pulling her back home. I think it was Elliot. I think she loves him. You can tell. I do think he loves her. He just has a very funny way of showing it. But I do think she went back mainly for him. And I think we'll start to see their relationship maybe blossom a little bit more, because she was like, you have to be better. Do you promise? And he said, I promise. So I hope he makes a little bit more of an effort, since he saw how easy it was to lose her. Like, if you don't treat her right, she'll move to, where was she going? I don't remember, Italy or Barcelona, like, and she'll go, make records with someone else. So you can't take advantage of her. I think he knows that now.
So now, was this the best decision for her?
I think yes, because, she has to, it's really hard when you're pursuing your career, because you want to get, that one opportunity and then take it along from there. And so I think, part of her was thinking that this opportunity will do that for her, but this also goes to a lesson that not every opportunity is the best opportunity as well. So, and staying true to herself. And I think her getting the time with Elliot, because I'm for the two, and she gets solos, like, I think it's just a better fit for her there. But Elliot needs to know, she is not a plaything, and she's not about to play with you. So you need to you better call Tyrone, but you can't use her phone, okay?
Hello? Period. Because I think he finally saw she will leave. Because when she first said it, he was like, yeah, right, where are you going? She was about to show you where she was
Barcelona.
Hello.
Barcelona.
So I'm really hoping that in these next episodes, we see that this is the best decision. Because if she should have been on tour, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be so upset. But that kind of concludes our recap. Now we are moving on to our special segment, which is brought to us by Allie. Please segue us into your segment.
Okay, so we're going to do our Moonlight moment. So the point at which there was a huge plot twist or something that caught you off guard or had you a bit surprised or shocked. What moment out of episode 5 was that for you guys?
Ooh, I guess for me, it would be Monica's turning back and saying, you know what, I'm gonna give you one more try, Elliot, but don't play me. That was for me.
We
Yeah.
always have the same like jaw-dropping moment because I definitely
Yeah.
thought she was on that plane. Like when I
No,
saw her
I
on the
definitely
steps, I
thought
was
she
like,
was.
huh?
I did
And
too.
y'all already know I low-key wanted her to be on the plane. So when I saw her on the steps, I
Yeah.
was like, girl, this is not what we
You're like,
discussed.
no.
You were supposed to be on the plane. So that was definitely a jaw-dropping moment. And the guy pouring gasoline. So I was like, what are you doing? And they never really explained it. So I was just like, what? Like I thought I missed something, but maybe it was just kind of foreshadowing something else. So those were definitely jaw-dropping moments for me.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think, and the way that she came back, like he was just walking in and she was sitting there like so casually on the steps. That moment for me was definitely, yeah, we can all agree that was that one moment in the episode that had us like, but I'm glad she's back.
We'll see if I'm glad that she's back. So now I know that you have some news for us, so go ahead and take it away.
Yes. So I just wanted to let you guys know on how truly gifted Miss Julie, aka Amanda, really is. So we all know she's very young, but did you guys know she got her first acting gig when she was 5 years old in a commercial? Yes, it was for a doll commercial, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and then by the age of 12, you guys remember the hit movie Colombiana? She was the younger. Oh my God, Allie, you gotta see Colombiana. It is so badass. It's so badass. But Colombiana, with that role, she played the younger Zoe Saldana. So that's pretty cool right there. So that's some news for today. Little fun facts about our girl Julie.
She is.
Awesome.
I loved her in Hunger Games. I was like, when Rue died, I was like, no, say it ain't so, please. But she's great.
Wow. I had no idea.
Allie.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay.
I was so sad. So to kind of conclude this episode, what are your predictions for episode 6? So now tell us what you think is going to happen next.
You know, I think quite a few things are going to happen next. But my biggest thing, I think Elliot is going to catch on to this new worker. I think, you know, he might start to catch on a little bit. And I think he might get a hint or a little whiff of where this money might be.
Ooh, Allie, what do you think is going to happen in episode 6?
I think we're going to see some more of Kat. I think she's going to come into play somehow again. Hopefully she'll be able, because she's the only one that also knows what's going on now. I would love to just see her and Elliot team up a little bit. I just want Elliot to have someone else like going through this with him, because you can just tell it's taking a lot out on him. So maybe we'll see that. I think Julia is going to continue staying with Maja, and we'll see their relationship grow. Hopefully Maja and Elliot's relationship grow a little bit. Get us more connected to all these characters.
For sure. I definitely think that if I'm not mistaken, I think the drummer's episode is next. And if it is, I definitely want to see her connection with everything, because now that we're kind of like thinking like, why wouldn't she say anything? I'm thinking about previous episodes, and she's always kind of the one that has to go home or has to leave. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll like every time they're like, oh yeah, the band will do it. She ain't nowhere to be found. And I'm just like, girl, where are you going? And I mean, I get like she has a life outside of the club, but now that's starting to, you know, raise my eyebrow a little bit. So I'm like, maybe either like she kind of sees that she shouldn't be too close to the club because she does know what's going on. Maybe, you know, the gangster guys have warned her, like, listen, if you get too close, we're after your head top next. I don't know, but I definitely think that we're going to find so much information, and she might either be connected and like the mold between the two or something like that. Like I've always felt like she had more to provide, or she was more to the story, which is crazy that we're seeing it now, because from the beginning I was like, she's hiding something. I know that she is. I just feel it in my spirit. So I definitely think that's what's going to happen. But before we sign off officially, please tell all of our viewers and listeners where they can find you on social media. Allie, let them know.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Alexandra James.
So now, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at IAM_SANA_ and on Twitter at IAM_Sana.
Yes, and you guys can find me on Instagram at Toxic Model or on Twitter at Toree with 2 E's. Like I say, always please click around the YouTube channel, find some other panels that we're on or some other panels that interest you. We love to have you in the comments. We love to have you in our comments to discuss the next episode. We're here again at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to discuss episode 6. So definitely stick around for that. Hopefully it's about the drummer, so we'll definitely have some juicy topics to discuss. We love you guys. Please leave us some comments down below, and we will buzz you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.